Hello, good morning, and welcome to Channels of Good News Africa here in Abundant Life Studio. My name is Adia James. Call me Adia Grace on this TV show. Yes, we are still reviewing the book Marriage and Grace. Now, today we want to ask this question: why is grace necessary in marriage? Yes, the grace of God is the power of God in us to do the things that ordinarily we cannot do. Yes, it's just like when God gave me the inspiration to write about marriage and grace. It was the greatest assignment for me to do, because I was asking myself, how can I write a book about marriage when I'm young, I'm not yet married? How can I write a book about marriage? How can I convince people with examples and experience? And the Lord told me that yes, it is the grace of God that gives inspiration to write books about marriage. Just like when I'm talking about the singles program, somebody will be asking, she's not yet married, why is she teaching about marriage? But the grace of God is what helps us to do the things that ordinary we cannot do. So why is grace necessary? Number one, the grace to blend. We need the grace to blend. You see two people coming from different background, two substances. When you put two substances together, you see that they will react initially until they blend. When you blend tomatoes and pepper, you will see the reaction and two things coming together. Human beings are like that. The characters and the everything, they will be reacting at the beginning, but with some time, when you give yourself some time, you blend in character and everything. You will need the grace for effective communication and dialogue. Sometimes we need to sit down and dialogue, even in a relationship as single people. It's not every little things you react and you cannot talk to somebody again. Then we need the grace to be silent. This silence is not malice forever. The silence is to sit down and think of the injurious word you have been using on each other. This is where you sit down and ask yourself, because sometimes people vomit words that can be emotionally injurious. They can injure somebody with word, but the Bible says our thoughts should be that which is salted. Joyce Meyer says, until the mouth is brought under the control and submitted to the Lord, it cannot be said that the soul, the mind, the will, and the emotion is fully redeemed and restored by God. So we have the self-control to use the right word when we are communicating. So you need the grace to be silent too, so that you can go and apologize. And we need the grace of fidelity and faithfulness. When you have taken your marital vow, you need the grace to stick to this one person till death do you apart. There is no leave, no transfer. Then we need the grace to forgive one another. Like I said the other day, we are not marrying angels who cannot commit sin, who will not offend us. The Bible says we should forgive as long as we live. People will offend us, your spouse will offend you, your friend can even offend you. Like I say, you come together and forgive one another. We need the grace to love again. We love the unlovable. Sometimes a time comes that you'll be asking yourself, how did I even marry this kind of a person? But then you need the grace to still tell the person, I love you. The kissing your bride that day on your wedding day, you still remember the vows you took and love this person again. Not because the person is perfect, not because you two you are perfect. It's a journey of life. You love this person again despite the weaknesses, despite the familiarity, because we know that when people have lived together, they are so familiar with themselves that it looks like this other person is weak and this other one is weak. You have known the weaknesses of each other. So you need the grace to still love again. We need the grace to submit to one another. The Bible says we should submit ourselves yet to one another. Yes, so that we'll be able to blend and continue in this journey. We need the grace to serve, the grace to help one another. All of this is the grace of God. There is nothing we can do on our own. It's only by the grace of God that we are saved. So marriage and grace comes in the sense that the grace of God is what helps people to marry and be in marriage and be happy in marriage and help one another to fulfill destiny. Only the grace of God can help a young lady who is not yet married to be teaching marriage. So I cannot take it for granted, because it is only by the grace of God. That's why I say you can call me Adia Grace. It's only by the grace of God that I can be teaching about marriage. The question have been on the air, why is she teaching about marriage? But the grace of God gives us inspiration, gives us wisdom, gives us understanding. So we need it. It is necessary in marriage, so that at the end we know that it is not by power, it's not by might, but by the Spirit, says the Lord. God bless you.